AI. It feels like it's everywhere these days,
It
right?
really does.
Writing our emails, composing music,
Yeah.
even driving our cars.
It's incredible.
Every day, a new headline.
Seems like it, yeah.
AI is either going to create a utopia
Right.
or unleash total chaos.
A lot of hype out there.
But today, we're cutting through the hype,
Yeah.
exploring a fascinating corner of the AI world, decentralized AI.
And that's what's really intriguing about decentralized AI.
Okay.
This potential to kind of shift the balance of power.
Right.
You know, instead of large tech companies controlling all the data
Right.
and the algorithms, imagine a world where individuals have more ownership and control over how AI is developed and used.
So paint me a picture.
Yeah.
What does that world actually look like?
So imagine this. You're earning cryptocurrency just by allowing researchers to anonymously analyze your fitness tracker data.
Wow.
That's the power of tokenization.
Okay.
The core concept in decentralized AI.
Got it.
These digital tokens act as incentives within a system where data is distributed across a network rather than being held in one central location.
So instead of companies like Google or Facebook hoarding our data, it's spread out, making it far more secure.
Exactly.
And giving us more control.
Precisely. Decentralized AI seeks to tackle the major concerns surrounding data privacy, transparency, and access that we've all been wrestling with as AI becomes more prevalent.
Right. Because the thought of my data sitting on some company's server, vulnerable to hacks,
huge concern,
and breaches definitely makes me uneasy.
Understand.
And let's be honest. We don't always know how AI is making decisions about our lives.
It's true.
It can feel like a black box.
Absolutely. The lack of transparency in many current AI systems is a legitimate concern. So to address this, decentralized AI leverages blockchain technology.
Okay, blockchain. That's the tech behind Bitcoin, right?
It is.
But how does it apply to AI?
Well, think of blockchain as an immutable public record.
Okay.
Every piece of data, every decision the AI makes is meticulously documented and traceable.
Wow.
It's like a transparent audit trail that anyone can access. Fostering trust and accountability.
So no more shady algorithms making decisions in the shadows. I like that. But how does tokenization fit into all of this? So you mentioned getting paid for sharing my fitness tracker data. How does that actually work?
Tokenization creates a system where you're directly rewarded for sharing your data securely. It's like a data marketplace where you, the individual, can profit from the value your data generates.
That's not just about protecting my data.
No.
It's about me actually benefiting from it.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just data. People can also contribute their computing power to help train AI models. And earn tokens in return.
Got it.
This incentivizes participation. And helps create a more robust and decentralized system.
Interesting. So it's like a collaborative effort.
It is.
Where everyone has a stake in the game.
Precisely. And this collaborative spirit extends to how these systems are governed.
Okay, governance. That sounds important.
It is.
Who's calling the shots in this decentralized world?
Well, that's where things get really interesting. Imagine a voting system where you can directly influence which AI models get developed and how data is used. Token holders have a voice in shaping the direction of the platform, making it far more democratic than traditional centralized models.
So instead of a few tech giants making all the decisions, it's more of a community effort. That sounds pretty revolutionary.
It is. It really is.
But how do we ensure that everyone has a fair say? Couldn't someone just buy up a ton of tokens?
That's a great question.
And control the whole thing?
And it highlights one of the key challenges of decentralized AI, ensuring fair, democratic governance. Developers are exploring different mechanisms, such as limiting the number of votes per token holder, or implementing more sophisticated voting systems to mitigate the risk of power concentration.
It sounds like there's still a lot to figure out.
There is.
But the potential here is huge, right?
Absolutely.
If we can make this work, it could fundamentally change the way we think about AI.
Absolutely. It's not just about shifting control of data. It's about shifting control of the future.
Okay.
Imagine a world where AI is developed and used in a way that benefits everyone, not just a select few.
Yeah.
That's the promise of decentralized AI.
It definitely sounds like a future worth exploring.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork.
We have.
We understand the core concepts of decentralized AI.
Yeah.
Distributed data, blockchain for transparency, tokenization for incentives, and governance.
Yep.
But how does this all actually play out in practice?
That's where we'll dive in next.
Okay.
We'll explore how decentralized AI is being applied in a range of sectors, from healthcare and finance to art and entertainment.
All right, I'm ready for the deep dive. Let's see how this is all coming together in the real world.
Welcome back. Before we jump into these real-world examples, we need to acknowledge that decentralized AI, like any emerging technology, is not without its challenges.
Okay, so let's talk about the potential downsides.
Sure.
What are some of the hurdles we need to overcome
for
decentralized AI to really take off?
Well, one significant challenge is complexity. Decentralized systems, by their very nature, are more intricate than centralized ones. Instead of relying on a single, powerful server, you're coordinating a network of devices.
Okay.
This introduces a whole new level of complexity when it comes to data management, security, and overall coordination.
So it's not as simple as just flipping a switch and saying, okay, everything's decentralized now.
Definitely not.
Okay.
It requires a deep understanding of cryptography, distributed systems, and game theory, to name just a few. And this complexity can also create vulnerabilities.
Okay, that makes sense. More moving parts. More potential for things to go wrong.
Exactly.
What kind of vulnerabilities are we talking about?
One concern is the potential for bugs in smart contracts.
Okay.
These self-executing contracts are a fundamental part of many decentralized AI systems. But any errors in the code could have cascading effects.
So it's like building a house of cards. One mistake and the whole thing could come tumbling down.
That's a good analogy.
Okay.
And then there's a question of scalability.
Okay.
Decentralized systems can be slower and less efficient than centralized ones, particularly when processing massive data sets or performing complex computations.
That makes sense. You're relying on a network of devices, each with its own processing power, rather than one supercomputer.
Exactly.
But isn't that kind of inherent to the decentralized approach?
It is.
How can you have the benefits of decentralization without sacrificing some efficiency?
That's the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
Finding ways to optimize these systems for speed and efficiency is critical for widespread adoption.
Okay.
Researchers are exploring various approaches, such as sharding, where the network is divided into smaller, more manageable segments, or using more efficient consensus mechanisms to validate transactions.
So it's a balancing act.
It is.
You want the security and control of decentralization, but without compromising on performance.
Exactly.
What other challenges are on the horizon?
Governance is another crucial area that requires careful consideration. While token-based voting systems have the potential to democratize decision-making, they also come with risks. As you alluded to earlier, there's the potential for manipulation or the concentration of power, even in a decentralized system.
Because if someone manages to acquire a large enough stake of tokens, they could potentially sway votes in their favor.
They could.
And control the direction of the platform.
Exactly. So designing robust governance mechanisms that prevent manipulation and ensure fair representation is paramount.
Okay.
This involves striking a balance between community involvement and the need for expert oversight.
It sounds like there needs to be some level of checks and balances in place.
There does.
Even in a decentralized world.
Yes.
What else do we need to be mindful of?
Another hurdle is navigating the legal and regulatory landscape.
Okay.
Decentralized systems, by their very nature, operate outside traditional legal frameworks.
Yeah.
This raises a host of questions about jurisdiction, liability, and consumer protection.
So it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole.
It is.
The current laws and regulations just don't quite align with this new decentralized paradigm.
Exactly. We need clear guidelines and regulations that foster innovation while also safeguarding individual rights and preventing misuse.
Yeah.
This lack of clarity can also deter investors and hinder the growth of the industry.
That makes sense. It's hard to invest in something.
It is.
When the rules of the game are still being written.
Precisely. And finally, it's crucial to consider the potential social implications of decentralized AI. While this technology has the power to empower individuals and create a more equitable society, it could also exacerbate existing inequalities if access to technology and resources is unevenly distributed.
Right, because if the benefits of decentralized AI are only accessible to those who already have the means and the knowledge, it could actually widen the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
Exactly. We need to ensure that decentralized AI benefits all of society, not just a privileged few. This involves addressing issues of digital literacy, accessibility, and inclusion.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about how we use it and who has access to it.
Precisely. Technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. It all depends on the intentions and actions of the people wielding it.
Okay, I'm getting a much clearer picture of the complexities involved here.
Good.
We started off talking about this exciting vision of decentralized AI. But now we're seeing that it's not a simple fix-all solution.
No.
There are real challenges.
There are.
And potential pitfalls to address.
Absolutely. It's important to approach this with a balanced perspective, acknowledging both the immense potential and the very real risks.
So it's not about blindly embracing decentralized AI or dismissing it outright.
Exactly. It's about engaging in informed and nuanced conversations, understanding the trade-offs, and working collaboratively to ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically for the benefit of all.
I appreciate that perspective. It's easy to get caught up in the hype.
It is.
But it's crucial to keep our eyes wide open to the potential downsides.
Absolutely.
So we've covered the challenges.
We have.
But now I'm curious to see how this is all playing out in practice.
What
are some real-world examples of decentralized AI in action?
That's an excellent segue.
Yeah.
Because there are some fascinating applications emerging across various sectors. Are you ready for some concrete examples?
Absolutely. Let's see how this technology is making its mark on the real world. Bring on the real-world examples. I'm ready to see how decentralized AI is actually being used.
Let's start with healthcare. Imagine a world where your medical data is securely stored and encrypted under your control.
Wow.
You decide who can access it. Maybe researchers working on groundbreaking cures, or doctors providing personalized treatment plans.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And guess what? You're rewarded for sharing your data securely with tokens.
So no more worrying about data breaches. Or my medical history ending up in the wrong hands.
Exactly.
Plus, I'm actually empowered to contribute to medical advancements.
You are.
That's a win-win.
It is. These tokens could then be used to access telehealth services, cover medical expenses, or even participate in clinical trials.
Interesting.
It's a patient-centric ecosystem that puts you in the driver's seat of your healthcare journey.
That's a game changer for the healthcare industry.
It is.
What other areas are seeing real-world applications of decentralized AI?
Think about supply chains. Decentralized AI can track products from the moment they leave the factory to the moment they reach your doorstep, ensuring transparency and accountability at every step.
So no more counterfeit goods
Exactly.
or products with questionable origins.
Right.
I love the idea of knowing exactly where my stuff is coming from and how it got to me.
Consumers can verify the authenticity and origin of products with complete confidence. And companies can optimize their supply chains for efficiency and sustainability, reducing waste and environmental impact.
So we've got healthcare and supply chains.
We do.
Where else is this technology making a splash?
The financial industry is ripe for disruption with decentralized AI. Think about decentralized prediction markets, where anyone can use tokens to bet on future events.
Interesting. Like what kind of events?
Like election outcomes or market trends.
So it's like a crowdsourced crystal ball.
It is.
But with real-time data and insights from a diverse pool of participants.
Exactly.
Right.
These prediction markets can aggregate information from a wide range of sources, potentially leading to more accurate forecasts than traditional methods.
I can see how that could be incredibly valuable.
It is.
Now, what about something a little closer to my heart? How is decentralized AI shaking things up in the creative world?
Musicians, for example, can now leverage decentralized platforms to collaborate on songs, share their music with fans worldwide, and get paid directly without relying on record labels or intermediaries.
Cutting out the middleman and connecting directly with fans.
Exactly.
That's the dream for so many independent artists.
It is.
So how does that actually work?
Fans can support their favorite artists directly and even invest in their careers by purchasing tokens that represent a share of future royalties.
So it's kind of like owning a piece of the artist's success.
It is. It creates a more sustainable and equitable model for the music industry.
That's incredible.
It is.
It's like crowdfunding meets the music industry, but with more transparency and control for both artists and fans.
Exactly.
And it doesn't stop with music.
No, it doesn't.
Decentralized AI is also being used to generate art. Write stories, create immersive virtual worlds.
The possibilities are truly limitless.
This has been an eye-opening journey.
It has.
We started with the theoretical foundations of decentralized AI, explored its challenges, and now we're seeing its tangible impact across a wide range of industries. It's clear that this technology has the potential to reshape our world in profound ways.
It does.
So to wrap things up, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to remember about decentralized AI?
Decentralized AI is not just about technology. It's about empowerment. It's about shifting the balance of power away from centralized institutions and putting it back into the hands of individuals, giving them more control over their data, their finances, their creative endeavors, and ultimately their future.
It's about democratizing technology.
It is.
And making its benefits accessible to everyone, not just a select few.
Exactly.
That's a vision worth striving for. As we navigate this uncharted territory of decentralized AI, it's crucial that we proceed with both caution and optimism, recognizing both its immense potential and its inherent risks.
Absolutely.
By engaging in open and informed discussions and working collaboratively to address the challenges ahead, we can shape a future where AI truly benefits all of humanity.
Well said.
This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of decentralized AI.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
From the technical intricacies to the real-world applications. And the potential challenges and opportunities that lie ahead.
A huge thank you to our expert for guiding us through this complex landscape.
Yes. Thank you so much for joining us.
It was my pleasure.
And to our listeners for joining us on this journey.
Absolutely.
We hope you've gained valuable insights.
I hope so.
And are inspired to explore the world of decentralized AI further.
Keep those questions coming.
Keep those questions coming. Stay curious.
Yes.
And until next time, keep on diving.